10.
And welcome back here to the Sevier Valley Center. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dustin Shakespeare on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom, as we get ready for our second girls quarterfinal game here at the SVC on the Thursday edition of the 2A state tournament. And we've got number 2 Kanab, the defending state champions, against number 10 Grand County. This, by the way, is the Snow College pregame. Once again, we greatly appreciate Snow College and their sponsorship, and they're really involved in the state tournament this year and excited to host the state tournament as they've had competitions going on, doing some giveaways with Snow College and being really a big part of this event. And did you know that Snow College is the most affordable school in Utah? In addition to their low tuition and fees, 77% of their freshmen receive scholarships, grants, or both, making it more affordable than ever. Imagine getting a top-notch education without drowning in debt. It's not a dream, it's Snow College. Visit snow.edu today. And Dustin, you're involved with Snow College, certainly a great school.
Yeah, we sure appreciate all they do. They're a great partner school for our region. As the Pathways coordinator, it's fun what they do for our students and the access that our students have all the way around the region.
And as we get ready for this game now here today between number 2 Kanab, number 10 Grand County. 2A girls, a little bit interesting. A lot of people looked at it as, you've kind of got those top 4 or 5 teams, maybe 6 with Duchesne in there, and then it's a little bit of a drop-off. And the 7 seed Intermountain Christian falling by double digits to number 10 Grand County, but Grand doing what they need to do to get here and giving themselves the opportunity to come in against the defending champs.
Well, and you always like that side of it, as the underdog, you get yourself in there and give yourself a chance and play and see what you can do to take that next step. And then for some programs, just being able to get in and have a double elimination situation to where you can go and compete, do your best, and then go down that backside and see what you can do, because you get some of those games that are a little bit down your road.
Yeah. As you look at this one today and you look at Grand and compare that to Riley Little, who just walked in front of Grand, and you can see obviously the size advantage that Kanab's going to have with Riley Little in the middle.
Well, when you look at what Riley Little's done this year, someone who's got over 100 offensive rebounds and 100 defensive rebounds, yeah. She is only about 18 off of being split on her rebounding. I mean, that's just fantastic. And you talk about that size. She maximizes it well. Her shot selection's really strong. She's a fun one.
As you look at these teams again, Grand the 10 seed, 14-9 overall record, 6-4 in Region 15 play. They're coached by Drew Birdwell. Kanab 22-2, 11-1 in Region 18 to tie for the region title. They're coached by Clint Glover, and they have just for the last 8 years now, they've been here.
Well, and they understand fundamental principles of the game. Their shot selection. You look at their shooting percentage. They've got a couple of girls sitting right next to 40 from 3.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You've got Riley inside. You've got Janes inside. Their shooting percentage is good. They know shot selection. They do a good job executing. And then defensively, obviously, they're very tough.
Yeah, now, looking at the path to get here, as we already mentioned, Grand beat Intermountain Christian 49-32. Gemma Phillips and Ainsley Kasprick, each with 18 points in that game. They each made 3 or more three-pointers. Phillips with 3, Kasprick with 4. 7 rebounds for Phillips, 3 assists and 7 steals. Kasprick 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. And then Trinity Bryant had the trifecta: 7 points, 7 rebounds, 7 steals.
Wow, that's a fun ball game right there. You can get all those pieces together like that. That's a fun way to play.
Yes, it is. And for Kanab, they beat San Juan 74-28 to move into this one. Savannah Bateman, 19 points with 5 three-pointers. She's the big sharpshooter coming back from last year's team.
Yeah, she can really knock it down, and she understands where to get to her spots, and more important, her teammates know how to hit her on target. This whole team sits right around 2.5 assists, 3 assists, because they just move it so well together, and they know how to get her on target so she's not having to stretch out and gather that up.
Also in that game, Riley Little had 12 points. Emily Gilbert finished with 10. As far back as the Brad father can go, to I think 2001 is where he can really get back. This is the first time these two teams have met in that time. I'm sure it's not the first time ever because they've been around a long time.
Right.
But in the last 25 years, they have not met.
That's an interesting stat, and we got to appreciate the Brad father for all he does for us for the stats, but that's a dandy.
Yeah.
And good for them to get there. And we talked about that a little earlier about Grand. They got themselves here and have an opportunity to play them.
Taking a look at the team stats coming into this one. First off, for Grand, they averages 46 points, while they give up 43 on the season. Kanab on the other side averages over 61 points a game and only give up 39 points per game this season.
And that's the hard part we talk about with Grand coming in at the seat they're in, is the point generation out of Kanab is just tough to handle. And when you can't get buckets on the other side, it can get tough.
Yes. Other stats for Grand: 33 rebounds, 36 rebounds a game for Kanab, 9.5 assists for Grand, but Kanab, as you said, they're averaging 15, but not one or two people are doing it. It's the whole team averaging around that 2.5 assists per game.
As I was looking through getting ready for this game, I'm like, holy cow, that is just a fun way to play, and 15's a nice number.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing a good job as a team, and so what a fun way to play, and good job by Grand to get to that point to where they've got those 9.5. I mean, that's, at least they're not just throwing it up by themselves.
Yeah. 14.5 steals per game for Grand, nearly 11 for Kanab. Grand averages just over a block and a half, while Kanab averages 3.5. And then nearly 15 turnovers a game for Grand, and just over 15 turnovers a game, though, for Kanab.
So that'll be interesting to see how this one plays out as Brad Father gives us our stats at half to see where those two teams are, as they're neck and neck on that turnover piece. And realistically, with the shot clock, it's probably a pretty decent number for both of them.
You look at the leaders for these teams. For Grand, Ainsley Kasprick, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals a game. Tatum Packard, 4 points, but leads the team with 7 rebounds. And Trinity Bryant averages 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals per game as well for the Red Devils. For Kanab, it's Riley Little, over 17 points a game, nearly 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. Savannah Bateman, 13.5 points, 3 three-pointers per game, and nearly 5 rebounds. And then Taylor Janes, 9 points, over 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. So obviously those are some players to watch in this one.
And Packard, it'd be fun to see her as she works against Little and Janes. It'll be, see how it goes.
Yeah, because that's obviously not an easy task. I mean,
No.
if it was just Little or just Janes, okay.
Right,
But
with
the
both
duo.
of them, that's what makes Kanab just so tough. And then to have sharpshooters like they do.
As we get ready now for the starting lineups here for these two teams, we'll start off with the visiting Grand County Red Devils, and then we'll get the Kanab Cowboys. First, the visitors, Grand County, as you see it, we'll call it. Wearing number 30, a senior, Trinity Bryant. Wearing number 3 for the Red Devils, a sophomore, Gemma Phillips. Wearing number 13 is a senior, Tatum Packard. Number 23, a sophomore guard, Chloe Bird. And wearing number 1, a senior guard, their leading scorer, Ainsley Kasprick for the Grand County Red Devils. And again, they are coached by Drew Birdwell. They'll be in their road reds with the white letters and numbers, white and black trim on the sides and around their jerseys. And now for the home team, Kanab Cowboys. Here is Dustin Shakespeare.
All right, starting for the Cowboys, as we'll have the opportunity to see him come out on the screen for those that are watching. That's number 10, Taylor Janes. She's a senior. Number 5, Savannah Bateman. She's a senior as well. Number 24, Riley Little. She's a junior. Number 23, Haven Syret. She's a senior. And the Cowboys are coached by, like we talked about in the pregame, Clint Glover. Does a good job. He can find you all the big bucks on the Ponzi Gaunt, and he's done a heck of a job with these girls.
It'll be Kanab in their home whites, the red letters and numbers with the white or silver and red trim. Kanab going left to right, to Grand right to left across your radio dial, TV, and computer screen to begin today's game here in this 2A girls quarterfinal. The winner moves on to play South Sevier tomorrow evening in the semifinal game. The loser will play Beaver tomorrow morning.
Look how Kanab slipped Bateman up the floor just a little bit. See what they try to do with that.
Just a backwards tip by Little. She gets it to now down the floor. It comes to Gilbert. Pass comes up top now to Syret. Left wing to Bateman. Skip it right wing Gilbert. Short corner to Janes. Skip it back to Bateman on the left side. Pumps one dribble. She'll come back out to Syret. Back to the wing to Bateman. Short corner now Little. Long 2 on the way. Air ball hard. Janes the backside rebound for the Cowboys. And the shot clock reset when it shouldn't have.
Came up over the top, but that going against the 2-3 zone, you watch that movement. Little slipped down to that short corner. Janes came wide open, just missed her with that jumper, but that's what let Janes get to the backside for that offensive rebound. Really early, good, clean zone movement for Kanab. Grand makes total sense to go zone. You're playing against Janes and Little. You've got to figure out a way to compete, as Little is just so much taller than everybody else on the floor.
Yes, she is. We've seen in back-to-back games, we see BYU commits. As for Beaver, Danzy Bradshaw committed to BYU to play softball, and for Kanab, Riley Little committed to BYU for basketball. Three-pointer for Savannah. Bateman knocks it down, and Kanab strikes first.
That's that execution. They came the week. You call it power skip, whatever you want, but you bring the ball over to one side. Riley Little set a great seal for that skip pass.
Kasprick works her way right side. Gets it back on a give and go. Passes it back out to Phillips. Phillips comes left wing it to Bryant. Bryant holding. Works her way to the middle. Gets the free throw line. Tries to pass it back out. Nobody there. Syrett runs it down for Kanab. She'll drive right side. Off the glass. And too hard. Little the rebound. She misses the putback. And Bateman the rebound, though, for Kanab.
Man,
she'll step out for
her.
three. No good. Another offensive rebound. Syrett. Sorry, Dustin.
Well, no, we'll get ourselves back in order here, but they ran with her so well, and that offensive rebound was tough.
Now a steal here by Phillips for Grand. Couldn't quite get good grip on the basketball. Slows things down to Krasnick for three. Off the rim, no good. Janes the rebound for Kanab.
Well, and I thought that Grand Bird made a nice effort to try to help rebound on that, but Kanab, they just swarmed those rebounds so well.
Left wing Bateman, short corner to Little, drives baseline, slices through the defenders and gets it to go off the glass.
Nice job using the power dribble to get herself in position to use the backboard, but Janes on that offside for that dump pass is wide open again. Little's going to start seeing her, but when it's that easy, there's no reason to dump it off. She had a good easy one.
Right side high, Kasprick. Off the screen, picks up her dribble, goes right wing for Bird, knocked away by Gilbert, out of bounds. Grand County basketball on the far sideline.
Grand having a tough time breaking down underneath the three-point line here against the man defense of Kanab. A lot of size, being able to stay in front of the ball. See if Grand can get a screen to get something open.
Left side high with it is Bryant. Working against the Kanab defense. She'll step into a three with the defense sagging off the glass. Didn't draw iron. Bird the rebound and the putback for Grand County.
You can see Bird understands how to go get it. That's the second time we talked about her last possession, but she did a really nice job going and attacking that offensive board.
Left side high with it is Bateman. Comes up top to Syrett. Right wing Gilbert. Back up top Syrett. Back to Gilbert on the wing. Short corner goes to Little. She'll square up. Passes out for Syrett, but overthrows everybody. Out of bounds it goes. Into the seats. A Kanab turnover.
So Grand Zone lifted up in that Syracuse style this time. And as it lifted up, the ball just stayed up and away and allowed that skip pass. A lot of times if you can keep that ball pressure on and force a couple of those skips, they can go errant. Nice job by the Grand defense there.
Sydney Daya into the game for Kanab. Gilbert checks out. Backdoor cut. They got it inside. Phillips misses the runner from 3 feet. Short off the rim and the rebound to Janes.
What a good looking back cut. Good time for them to finally get down towards the basket there without being an offensive rebound.
Daya right side high. Skips it left wing for Bateman. Down the lane for Janes. Trying to go high-low, not there. Goes to the wing to Daya. She sets for three and nails it. Sydney Daya off the bench with a triple.
And just great ball movement against the zone. Shifted it, got it sucked down into where that skip. Good catch and shoot.
Now across the timeline comes Kasprick. 8-2 your score. High post it goes. Now they go to the wing to Phillips. Phillips trying to work through the traffic.
Watch their help side defense. Watch Kanab. They sit back in really well.
Now driving right side is Phillips. Bounces it into the corner to Bird. Bird holding. Defense sag. She'll take the three. In and out. And the rebound to Bateman.
Great effort by the Cowboys that defensively.
Up the floor to Little. Makes the catch down the lane. Gets it to go off the glass and in. Little with 4.
Bateman head up. Stayed way out wide and allowing Little to rim run. Good pass up ahead to her.
10-2 your score. Kanab with the lead. 4:15 to go in the first quarter. 2A girls quarterfinal game. Kasprick off the screen, able to get it over to Packard. Left side now, she gets it to Bryant. Bryant holding, off the screen by Packard, tries to curl in the lane, guarded tight by Janes, and a reach-in foul called on Kanab.
And instead of that gap integrity, she stayed a little high, which allowed that reach to dig in and get that foul. Suck down in just a little bit tighter, and that can help take that drive away. Grand doing a nice job trying to get pressure on and make a turn the corner there.
Out of the game come James and Syrett. Glazier checks in along with Castino. Pass inside, not poked away by the Cowboys. Little has it coming the other way. Down the right side of the floor she comes. Euro step, slices through the defenders. No good, but free throws coming for Riley Little.
Kanab making a good effort to get out and just get down the floor. Grand's going to have to get into some sort of protection. Likely have to send 2 back as Little on the rim run is just really causing them a lot of problems. She's tough because she's so tall that you can throw it up over the top. but Grand, they're running back underneath the basket, and so it's not even contested.
Yeah.
Just a wide open rim run right there. So
they're trying to check the possession arrow, it looks like.
And then we had a couple subs come in for Kanab.
Yeah, so they double checking that one. Well, yeah, we had Castano come in and Glazier. Second free throw from Little is good. She makes them both.
So they're at that half the quarter mark, getting 2 in. See how they want to do is they've got this 9-point lead. Is that right? Yeah.
Yep, 11-2 your score. No, it should be now 12-2 actually. As she made them both. Right wing with it. Three-pointer on the way from Bryant. Off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound in the corner. Bateman runs it down for Kanab.
Bateman's had a great rebounding game just here in the first 4 minutes. She has ran the ball down well.
Up ahead to Dea. Down the lane to Castano. Backdoor cut to Little. Reverse layup with the left hand. In and out. Castano the rebound. Gets the putback on the left side.
I love Castano's catch there on the nail. When she catches, Little came right into her. That is really good action against the zone.
Timeout call by Coach Birdwell. We'll take it. 3:18 to go in the first quarter. It's going to have 14 and Grand County 2 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Jones and DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
We're back here at the Sevier Valley Center as we come out of that timeout. If you're Coach Birdwell, what are you trying to adjust?
Oh, yeah, that action right there where Little was just so wide open. First, we talked about the rim running in transition, and hopefully he talked about that. But then against that zone, you've got to make sure you pick her up diving that baseline and bump her down into the baseline. You watched Beaver last game, if anybody's watching. They take care of the business in the paint. Grand's got to do the same thing.
Pass inside, they get it to Packard. She'll go short corner to Bird. 12-footer down the baseline, no good. Rebound on the backside by Bateman. Up the floor to Glazier. Tries to find Castano, overthrows her out of bounds. Kanab turnover.
And just a little difference there, as you can see, Little actually probably not down the floor as fast as Castano, but because of the way she runs and how long she is, makes it a little easier.
As Little did check out of the game during that timeout, Taylor James came back in for the Lady Cowboys.
Kanab's going to go zone here.
Up top with it, Kasprick. Right wing to Bird. Back up top to Kasprick. Steps into a deep straightaway three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound over the outstretched hand of Glazier and ran down by Tatum Packard. Kasprick drives right side, dribbles it off her foot out of bounds. Kanab basketball.
So that zone has a very interesting look. It's very much a 2-on-2 as they bring Castano clear up on the nail. So you could almost 3 to it, but she's sitting back on the nail. So see if they keep running that. It's kind of a fun zone to look at.
Right side high, Dea skips it left wing to Bateman. Had the screen for 3. Short off the rim. Packard the rebound. Red Devils the other way. Pass up ahead, knocked away by Glazier. Picked up though by Bird. Now Phillips. Backdoor cut looking for Bird. Tight traffic, out of bounds it goes. A grand turnover.
So Bateman picks up the ball, and then Castano comes horseshoeing off that nail. Good help side coming down through by Castano. Zone moving well.
2:10 to go in the first quarter. 14-2 your score. Kanab leading. Again, a winner moves on to play Sal Sevier. Dea creating some space on the near sideline. Goes off the screen, and an offensive foul going to be called. It's going to go on Casey Castano on the screen.
And Bird getting up in, putting some heavy ball pressure on.
Into the game, Haven Syrup for Kennedy Glazier for the Cowboys.
So got some bench minutes and then rotating through. Be interesting as Coach Glover. How do you want to manage the time, the momentum of your girls?
Pass comes ahead to the left wing. Now back out to Kasprick. Right side high it goes to Bryant. Back up top Kasprick. To the wing to Bryant. Nothing inside, comes back to Kasprick, but throw a little behind her, out of bounds it goes. A grand turnover, their 5th.
Grand trying to seal the top of that zone and get something moving there, but when they move off the seal, Castano's right there to just hold on to her and walk her down the lane wherever she's cutting. That zone just really didn't have to move that possession.
Syrett up top, guarded tight by Bird. Syrett loses it in the backcourt, did not get touched by Bird, so an over and back violation on Kanab.
Grand went 1-3, won that possession, put a little ball pressure on, lifted up high. It definitely caused some confusion for the Cowboys and put them in a turnover. Good adjustment by Grand.
Bryant to inbound with 1:34 to go in the quarter. 14-2 your score. Kasprick with it on the volleyball line. Goes right wing to Phillips. Back to Kasprick. Left wing they go to Bryant. Back up top Kasprick. Swing it around to Phillips. Right wing steps into a three. Short off the rim. High rebound. Daya has it for the Cowboys.
Coach Glover talking about how to get up the floor. Their lane integrity wasn't very good there.
Pass up top got tipped as Carson Cutler, another freshman into the game now for the Lady Cowboys. Up top, Syrett, high post to Castino, into the corner to Cutler. She'll set for three, air ball hard, backside rebound taken by Grand.
Good job by Grand contesting those threes. They've been able to keep the Cowboys down on hitting those, and then they've held them to one and done.
In the corner with it, Kasprick. She'll come out up top to Bryant. Bryant holding, left wing to Kasprick. One dribble, bounces back to Bryant. She'll step into a three. Off the back, they're no good. Bird, the offensive rebound, bounces short corner to Phillips. 10-footer, got it to go.
Grand getting a little momentum down here, and it starts on that defensive end. They were able to turn Cowboys over and then get the rebounds. Got some momentum going.
Right wing Cutler, short corner it goes to Jane. Skip it left wing Daya. Thought about the three, instead comes up top to Syrett. Bounces right wing to Cutler. Into the corner now to Castino. One dribble, picks it up, goes back up top. Syrett, straight away three. Off the glass, no good. Long rebound, and Castino tries to save it in and will do it as she goes off of Packard out of bounds.
Well, that's when you love that kind of hustle. She didn't have a likelihood of being able to do a whole lot, but because she hustled there and Grand was coming too, able to throw her out of bounds, and that's what you love to see. Just good hard work. It'll pay off for you.
Box set here for the Cowboys on the sideline out of bounds. Syrett to inbound. Lobs high for Castino, makes the catch, goes to Daya. 8 seconds in the quarter. Driving baseline now is Syrett. Puts up the shot, blocked, and a foul called, and free throws coming for Haven Syrett.
Got the ball over almost that left side and then brought it back down, and that allowed that baseline to be shifted enough to get Haven downhill at the basket on the baseline. Draw that foul.
First free throw, good. So Syrett with her first point.
You got 4 seconds left, so see what Grand chooses to do with those four. That you can make it, but not. It's a lot harder for girls to make it in 4 seconds. Guys can make it in 4. But you've got 4 dribbles. Oh, they're not. Yeah.
She makes them both. Kasprick brings it across the timeline from the volleyball line for three. Off the glass, no good. And at the end of one in this 2A girls quarterfinal, it's number 2 Kanab 16, number 10 Grand County 4 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
All right, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County, while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Well, through one quarter of play, 16-4, Kanab leads at Grand County. Dustin, your takeaway from the first 8 minutes.
Kanab just doing Kanab things, and they executed really well, but then Grand was able to slow them down. But I also like Coach Glover. He put Castino in for little and gave her a lot of minutes.
Big three for Ainsley Kasprick to start the second quarter as she comes off to her left and knocks it down, making it a 9-point game.
Catching the Kanab defense to sleeping a little bit.
Emily Gilbert right wing for three. Off the glass, didn't draw iron, and Kasprick the rebound for the Red Devils.
And Emily could knock those down.
Pass up ahead by Phillips. Just didn't see Bryant early enough as it's taken away by Kanab. Left wing Bateman pumps, going to drive baseline, puts up the 6-foot runner, got it to go. Savannah Bateman with 5.
They're moving a lot more off that baseline. We talked about the zones lifting up and doing some work on the top. Now they've adjusted and they're really attacking that baseline.
Deep three on the way from Bryant off the back of the rim, no good. Bateman has the rebound but fell out of bounds, so Grand County basketball.
Bird just down in there working so hard, doing a good job. She had 3 Cowboys she was going against. Kasprick was helping, but she's fun to watch. Does a good job.
Bird will inbound. Box set here for the Red Devils. Pass comes in looking for Packard. Got tipped and they go to the wing to Kasprick. Misses the 3 and the rebound for Janes for Kanab on the run. She'll slow it down as she goes to Castano. One dribble. She'll step into a 3. Nothing but net. Casey Castano with 5 off the bench.
The defense has gotten back and is causing some lane issues, but Castano able just to be in rhythm there as the defense sagged below her.
Largest lead is now 14 for the Lady Cowboys. Right side high with it. Bryant goes to Kasprick on the wing. Got cut off on the drive by Castano. Passes back out for Bryant.
Look at that help defense sitting down in.
Now to Bird. Bird dribbles middle. Comes back up top to Bryant. Pump on the shot. Dribbling right side out to Kasprick. Sets for 3. Off the glass. Didn't draw iron. And the rebound goes to Bateman for Kanab.
She just gets another one. And she's got some good help because her teammates are boxing out, but she's getting the ball.
Janes, a nice pass into Little. Little spins. Misses off the glass. And the rebound taken by Bryant for Grand.
I really like how Grand took her space and made her stretch further. Knocked her off balance.
Phillips drives in, got cut off, tries to pass it out, taken away by Gilbert. Down the left side of the floor she comes. Gets cut off by Phillips, hands off on the wing to Bateman. One hand pass to Little, makes the catch, spins in traffic, misses the 4-footer air ball, and the rebound by Packard.
And for those watching, Bateman's one-hand pass was just so strong and on target. That was a pretty pass.
I'm not sure Little realized that she just dropped step. She had an open layup.
Right there. I think you're right on because that was a fun pass to watch.
Up top with it is Phillips for the Red Devils. Down 21-7 to Kanab. She'll come up top now to Bryant. Bryant holding, picks up her dribble, now goes right side high to Phillips. Phillips working away right side of the corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock. She'll step into a long 2. Short off the rim. Bateman the rebound again for Kanab.
That defense in such tight help. They can't get anywhere towards the basket.
Castano goes left side high to Gilbert, and she'll draw the foul as Phillips tried to jump the passing lane and got there late.
And Gilbert doing a nice job coming to the ball. If she doesn't come to the ball right there, that's a turnover. Grand's going the other way, but because she went after the pass, she didn't wait for it to come to her. She went and got it. Then that puts her in the spot where she can draw that foul.
Sydney Day into the game for Savannah Bateman for Kanab. Castano brings it into Little. Now right side high Gilbert, high post Little, turnaround 16-footer, off the rim, no good. Janes the rebound in the corner for Kanab. Crosses over, drives into the left hand, all the way to the rim. Scoop and score with the right hand. Taylor Janes with her first points.
Another one on the baseline, just able to beat her guy. And once the help didn't come over, kind of trying to hang back to not let Little get an easy dump-off pass.
16-point lead, 23-7 your score. Right side high, Kasprick. Dribbles down the lane, nice backdoor cut for Bird. Ball got knocked free though, and it's picked up by Gilbert.
Gilbert, she does a great job of getting low and likes to anticipate to steal passes.
Skip pass to Janes, set for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Little, the rebound, goes back up off the glass and in. Little with 8.
What a comfort it is. I mean, Janes shoots 40%, so nothing wrong with her shooting that skip 3. But when you got Little down underneath there to put it back in, that's a wonderful thing.
Yes, it is. Working away left wing is Bird. Faces up, looking inside, not there. Comes up top to Kasprick. 4 minutes to go in the first half, 25-7. Kanab. Backdoor cut. Pass is taken away by Dea. Up the floor, Castano. She'll slow it down now. Goes right wing to Gilbert. Passes across, and it's going to be taken away by Phillips. Phillips down the right side of the floor. 2-on-1. Pass ahead to Kasprick. Left side layup is good. And Ainsley Kasprick with 5.
The zone doing a good job keeping high hands and watching, anticipating for those skips. As Kanab skips a lot, they've caught on to a few of them, able to steal it, and then love how they ran the floor there together.
Skip pass up to Dea in the right corner. Oh, high post to Little. Left wing Castano. She'll set for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound will be taken by Bryant for Grand. She'll push the pace the other way. Up ahead into the corner to Kasprick. Sets for the transition 3. Off the rim, no good. Little the rebound for Kanab.
And Gilbert and Castano both just underneath the basket, not letting her go down in there.
Janes with it up top now for the Lady Cowboys. Kasprick pokes it away. Castano grabs it near the timeline.
This Grand team's scrappy. They do a good job of trying to get after the ball.
Up top, Castino. High post to Little. Little faces up, goes right wing to Gilbert. One hand pass, left hand into the corner to Dea. Short corner now to Janes. Misses the 10-footer and follows her shot. A tie-up on the rebound between Bird and Janes. It'll keep it with Kanab.
I love watching those on-target one-hand passes. They're so efficient when you've put the time in like these girls have to put them on target. Just a beautiful pass, and we've seen it out of a couple players so far for Kanab. Fun to watch those.
Timeout called. We'll take it with them. 2:44 to go in the first half of this 2A quarterfinal. Number 2 Kanab at 25. Number 10 Grand 9 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the highest standard of customer service and the friendliest checkers in Utah, but they also have these great deals going on now. 8-ounce select mushrooms, 2 for $5. Boneless beef cross rib roast, $5.99 per pound. Bar S 16-ounce beef franks for $4.49. CT Bakery 9-count select filled donuts for $6.49. And Haagen-Dazs select yogurt, 2 for $3. For guaranteed freshness and short lines, visit Glazier's Family Market in Kanab.
We're back here at the Sevier Valley Center. A couple of subs for Grand as they bring in Medina and Althoff. Coming out of that timeout. Pass comes into Dea, left corner to Bateman. Touch pass for 3. Nothing but net. Savannah Bateman with 8.
Good late baseline execution. They got it in, collapsed that zone. Bateman sitting in the corner just waiting for him to go off of her. Good throw out to her.
Up top with it, Phillips. Deep straightaway 3. Missed it short off the rim. Glazier the rebound for Kanab. Kanab did bring in 4 players, so real quick, Dustin, as they brought in Syra, Glazier, Bateman, and also coming in for the first time, Taylon Kelly.
I like that, Coach Glover. He is working to get these girls experience here in this first game here at the SVC.
Syra misses a corner 3. Bateman another rebound. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Bateman on the handoff from Dea, Grand basketball.
And that timeout last time, Coach Bird giving his girls a break. We talked about they hadn't subbed, and they've just worked so hard. They've been super scrappy. They've been just digging in and giving everything they can.
Phillips goes right wing to Bird. Up top to Kasprick. Lobs left wing it to Phillips. She'll set for 3. Off the back of them, no good. Bird, the offensive rebound, goes back up and in.
That's what she does. She knows where that thing's coming off. And most time you watch, she's always on the offside. That's where most of the rebounds go anyway, but she knows how it comes off the rim.
Left wing Bateman, up top to Dea. Right side high to Glazier. Bounces into the corner to Syra. Syra works her way around the perimeter, back into the corner to Bateman. She'll take the 3 from the right side, knocks it down. Savannah Bateman with 11, and it's a 20-point Kanab lead.
She's rolling, and they just keep giving her the ball. She can shoot it.
Phillips up top to Kasprick. Left wing looking for Bird. Off her hands, out of bounds, a little too high.
Went back into that zone that time. It's an interesting zone. Hopefully we get to watch it some more move see what Grand does to stretch it and change it as they sit that middle of the 2-1-2 right on the nail.
Trinity Bryant into the game for Bird. 1:12 to go in the first half. 20-point Kanab lead, 31-11. Up top with it is Syra. Comes right wing to Glazier. Bounce low block into Dea. Working on the defense of Althoff. Skip it left wing to Bateman. She'll set for 3 again. And nothing but net again. 14 for Savannah Bateman.
Just give her the ball. Just collapse the zone on the right side. Skip out to her.
Right wing with Phillips. Up top to Kasprick. Works her way right side. Steps into a 17-footer. In and out. Rebound. Knocked it out of bounds. Nope. Saved by Glazier. Picked up though by Althoff. Up top to Kasprick. Pumps. Going to drive right side. Pull up 12-footer. Got it to go.
Dangerous spot to save it, as there were a lot of Cowgirls right there, but just got right into Grand.
Shot clock turned off. 28 seconds to go in the first half. 34-13 Kanab. Left corner Bateman. Up top she comes to Glazier on the volleyball line. Goes back left side high to Syra. Up top to Glazier. Right corner Bateman. She'll set for 3. And nothing but net again. Bateman with 17.
Better give her another one here. Don't let the half end.
Medina on the left wing, down the lane to Altoff, up top to Bryant. Goes left corner to Kasprick, pumping the shot, drive in left to right, ball knocked away, stolen by Daya, and that will be how the first half comes to an end at the break. It is number 2 Kanab 37, number 10 Grand County 13. We've got your Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
You won't believe what the soda fountain serves at Kanab Drug. Droves of people are touting their new delicious hot paninis, deli sandwiches, wraps, and of course soothing smoothies, shakes, malts, scones, sundaes, and sodas. Kanab Drug Soda Fountain is open until 10 p.m. featuring a fabulous outdoor patio with games. Browse Kanab Drug's unique toys, games, and gifts, or take advantage of their full-service pharmacy that offers drive-through service with a friendly, helpful staff. Since 1916, Kanab Drug in Kanab. Visit them on Facebook or go to KanabUnitedDrug.com.
State Bank of Southern Utah is not just another bank. We are your neighbors, your friends, and your local financial partners, interested in building long-term relationships.
When you choose State Bank, you invest in our community. Your money stays here and is reinvested in friends and family, building Southern Utah.
Each one of our 17 branches is staffed and ready to serve you.
Come and experience the difference of true community banking at State Bank of Southern Utah.
For enjoyable Western dining, there's only one stop in Southern Utah, Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant in Kanab. Stop in for their special chicken fried steak with Bob's homemade country gravy and delicious Western entrees. They also offer takeout. Just call 644-2488. That's 644-2488. Houston's Trails Inn features remote site catering. Anywhere, anytime, anyplace. Just phone 435-899-2140. So make plans to stop by Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant and mobile catering at Kanab, where the waitresses wear guns on their hips and a smile on their lips.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Shop Lumber Plus True Value for great bargains of the month. From must-have essentials to everyday favorites, check out these unbeatable savings happening now. Upgrade your toolkit with the DeWalt 34-piece SAE metric socket set for $35.99. Looking to start your next paint project? Pick up a 3-pack of Purdy roller covers for just $8.99. Lastly, keep paint off unwanted surfaces with Scotch Blue's original multi-service painter's tape for only $3.99. Get these bargains of the month while supplies last at Lumber Plus True Value in Kanab.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery. Check out their great cut fruit program with wonderful fresh-cut fruit daily. And everyone loves Honey's famous talking truck, Rusty. Get all this with the hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Sevier Valley Center at the 2A Girls Basketball State Tournament. This is the Jones and DeMille Engineering Halftime Show. Jones and DeMille applauds the teams for hard work, dedication, and commitment. The race for excellence has no finish line with Jones and DeMille Engineering. And at the half in this 2A Girls quarterfinal, it's all Kanab. The second-seeded Cowboys lead number 10 Grand County 37-13 at the break. Dustin, your takeaway from this first half?
Oh, Kanab just being so tough. They early on, they ran the floor very, very well. Grand did take that away from them, but they just have executed, and then Bateman caught fire and just lit it up. But love defensively. They're in great position. They've shown us that 2-1-2 zone and a lot of really good man defense, and they've just executed really well.
As you take a look at our first half stats, once again, we appreciate the Brad father, Brad James, for providing these for us here all weekend long. First off, for Kanab, Savannah Bateman, 17 points, 5 for 6 from the three-point line.
Man, that's a dream is what that is.
Yeah, 7 rebounds.
And and that's, you want to talk about that. A shooter, shooting 5 for 6 is fantastic.
Yep.
But how did she start the game? Going and getting every loose ball.
Yeah. So big first half for Savannah Bateman. And then 8 points for Riley Little with 4 rebounds. 5 off the bench for Casey Castano with 2 rebounds. 3 points for Sydney Daya with 2 assists and 2 steals for Dayam. And 2 points apiece for Taylor Janes and for Haven Syret. Janes also has 6 rebounds and 3 assists in this first half for the Lady Cowboys. They're shooting 43% from the floor, 50% from 3, and then a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
Well, that's what we were talking about in the break. Bateman shoots 41% from 3 by max preps. She's upped that today so far.
Yeah, yes, she has.
Good way to up that percentage.
Taking a look at the stats now for Grand County. They're led by Ainsley Kasprick, 7 points in this first half. And then 4 points for Chloe Bird with 3 rebounds for Bird and 2 points for Gemma Phillips. And on that side, Grand shooting just 26% from the floor, 8% from 3, and they have not taken a free throw.
And if I'm Coach Bird, I'm really happy with my girls. They have worked.
Birdwell.
Birdwell, thank you. We were talking about that. Got to get that fixed. Birdwell. But they have worked so hard, and they've been disciplined. Their defense has moved well. They've shown us a 1-3-1. They've shown us a 2-3. They've goes Syracuse style, and it lifts high. But they're all working together. They're good teammates, and their shot selection's pretty dang good. I mean, you can't – the game they're playing for the pieces they have – I don't think you can be sad at all. I think you've got to be really happy with the competition they've done. They've taken care of the ball, generally speaking, really well. And they've turned them over. They've turned the Cowboys over and been aggressive. So if I'm Birdwell in there having a halftime conversation, I'm really excited about what we're building on and how we're doing.
Take a look at some of those other stats to look at. Kanab leads 21-11 on rebounds, 11-5 on the offensive glass.
And what are you going to do? They're monsters compared to Grand. Grand's out there. They're undersized, but they're battling and they're trying to do their best. Kanab does at times have more white jerseys around the hoop than Grand does, so maybe you could adjust and try to get one more going. But they showed you you got to get back. You can't send everybody because Kanab ran on you in that first quarter so hard.
Yeah. And then turnovers 11 in the first half for Grand, 6 for Kanab.
And I like that they got those 6 turnovers because they could have just sat there and kind of slumped along in a zone, which a lot of coaches are scared of zone because that can happen if you don't coach it up. But Coach Birdwell's got that zone moving. They've anticipated, got out, got an easy layup, got him a couple points, which is great.
So there's a look at our first half stats. Any keys you see now for the second half? I mean, let's be honest. Let's be realistic here. 13 points in the first half. You're down 24. You're probably not coming back. But if you are Coach Birdwell, you talked about what you've seen. What do you want to see in the second half? And then keys for Kanab as well, knowing they have the big lead.
If I'm Coach Birdwell, I'm talking play the game each possession. Let's play. Let's battle each possession at our best. Let's rotate a little bit as we can so we can get you some more experience. And let's build on this because tomorrow we're going to have another opportunity. We're in a double elimination, which is awesome. So we're going to get that. And let's just keep getting better because you can see basketball-wise, they're doing some good stuff. Yeah. If you're Kanab, on the other hand, if I'm Coach Glover, how do I manage minutes for my girls? They're moving right now. There's nothing better for me as a coach as if I've got momentum, get them out, let them feel good about it, and let's get these other girls some minutes and not go there. There's a game or two where I got hung up on trying to get that momentum, and I couldn't break it free later in the game. And looking back, I should have probably shut it off earlier, got those other guys in, and just allow everybody to be excited. Now, the games I did do that, I really like right now, you got Bateman on fire. Little's done a lot of good stuff. Get ready to shut it off. Get ready for tomorrow.
Coach Shakespeare with the intel going into the second half here. This has been the Jones & DeMille Engineering Halftime Show. Champions are propelled by dedication, teamwork, commitment, vision, and a desire to be their best. Your local award-winning engineering firm. That's Jones & DeMille Engineering. At the half, Kanab leads Grand 37-13 in the 2A quarterfinals on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Zion's Way Home Health and Hospice in Kanab offers both home health care and hospice care to those in need. Their home health team is dedicated to providing the best possible recovery, while their hospice care team provides compassionate professionals who will coordinate care with the physicians of the patient's choice in order to address all of their emotional, physical, and spiritual needs. With Zion's Way Home Health, individuals can rest assured that they will be receiving the highest quality of care. Call 435-644-3322 for more information.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Start of the third quarter, 37-13, Kanab leads Grand County basketball. On the floor for the Red Devils are their starting five. Up top with it is Packard, passing for Bird. Ball got taken away, though, by Gilbert. Bird just takes it right back.
Sirer with a good deflection to try to get that going, but Bird being tough.
Left wing to Bryant. She'll miss the three. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Kanab, so it'll be Grand County basketball on the baseline. Again, it's Kasprick, Phillips, Packard, Bird, and Bryant for Grand. Starters out there as well for Kanab with Bateman, Janes, Gilbert, Syra, and Little.
Kanab going to zone baseline out of bounds with Little away from the ball.
Bryant working away left to right into the lane, puts up the runner, missed it short. Bateman the rebound.
A lot of length in there, walled up.
Up ahead to Syra on the wing. She'll come back out to Bateman. Closed out on by Bird. Bird just kind of face guarding Bateman right now. Lob up top to Janes. Now Gilbert drives baseline left side, missed the shot, rebound by Little, and the putback is good. She has 10.
And we talked about just how nice that is to have her there. One thing we didn't get to spend as much time on during the half is Bateman with her shooting 5 for 6, but her teammates getting her those passes on target.
Bryant up top, lobs to the corner to Phillips. Phillips works her way, going to drive left to right into the lane, bounce pass out. Now they kick it up top to Kasprick. She'll go left wing to Bryant. She'll set for three. Off the rim, no good. Little the rebound for Kanab. Bird right in her immediately.
She's tough.
Now she's going to pick up a foul as she came into the hip of Syra a little too hard.
And Gilbert, I like what she did there on the rebound. She did a good job of holding off somebody else to go try to basically double team against Little to get the ball. Good assistant on the rebound.
Pass into the backcourt to Syra. Now up top it comes to Gilbert. 26-point Kanab lead, their largest. Pass down the lane, tipped and taken away by Grand. Kasprick has it. Lobs up ahead looking for Packard, but did it too late and out of bounds it goes.
Good length with the arms in the zone, getting that deflection and getting up the floor, and they ran it in good integrity, but they just, at that speed, you've got to practice that to be able to hit it on target.
Across the timeline comes Syra. She'll go right side high to Gilbert. Back to Syra. High post Little. Faces up. Tries to go left wing. Knocked away by Kasprick. Out of bounds. Remains at Kanab basketball.
Hard to decide for sure if it's a 1-1-3 or if it's a 1-3-1 the way that they move. But it's been a good little adjustment. They pick the ball up and cause it to move to a side.
Syra goes right side high to Gilbert. Now they're dropping Bird, just kind of moving her all over the place. Now left wing to Bateman, short corner Janes, 10-footer on the baseline, got it.
That's where, to me, it looks like it's basically a 2-3 that they're stacking the 1-1 and allowing her to move into different spots, and a lot of times dealing with high post with little, just a little morphing zone there.
Up top with it is Bryant. She'll work her way around the perimeter. Looks to drive in, not there. Goes right wing with it. Now driving baseline and putting the shot. Phillips, no good. Rebound by Janes.
Good, tough take.
Kanab up ahead to Bateman. Gets cut off by Bryant. Tries to pass it out, knocked away by Kasprick. Again, Kanab basketball.
Kasprick has good hands. She's active. She traces the ball well. She's in lanes.
Gilbert comes left side high to Syra. High post to Janes, backdoor cut to Little, reverse layup is good. Riley Little with 12.
But Little sitting in the corner, they bring Bateman from the same corner and loop her up and around ball side, which creates a different overload fill that would open Little wide open.
Bryant with it, going to drive down the lane, got cut off by Janes. Shakes the defense, misses the 10-footer short. Rebound by Bateman. She's got to have a double-double now.
Yep, she's cleaned them up. Brad Father stats, he'll have those for us at the end of the game.
Short corner Little, 17-footer in and out. Rebound taken by Syrick. Tries to go back up and draws the foul. Free throws coming for Haven Syrick.
Haven does a good job of drawing contact. That's something as we've watched her play, is she's not scared of that. She does a good job of getting in, drawing that contact, and she can get to the line.
Foul on Trinity Bryant is her first as Syrick makes the first free throw. She has 3 points, all of them coming from the charity stripe. Second one is up and good. Kanab remains a perfect 6 for 6 from the free throw line this game.
Another point. Got to be sharp if you're going to make a run. It's a good place to be when you're 100%.
32-point lead. Right side high with it. Bryant works her way to the middle of the floor. Looking to drive right. Kicks it to the wing to Kasprick. Guarded by Gilbert. Off the screen, she'll set for 3. Off the glass, didn't draw iron. Jane's the rebound for Kanab.
This gym's pretty quiet right now. You can hear the Cowgirls talking to each other on defense. They talk really well.
Nobody picks up Janes, passes down the lane to Little for the easy lay-in. She has 14.
And she took an extra dribble to get down underneath that nail area into that drop zone to draw the defense.
Timeout called by Coach Glover. Just a 30-second timeout. Nope. Yeah, it is 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. This is more of a substitution timeout for Coach Glover. He had 3 girls he wanted to get in the game here, up 34 at this point. What are you telling those girls as they come in?
It's time to go to work. This is Kanab basketball. We're set to want to make a run here. We've got to play hard, and we've got to execute our cleanest, so then that way we're getting better. These type of games, you get these subs in, there's time for them to work on different actions and clean up stuff that you've been ready. I mean, polish is probably a better word. Polish a little bit more just for tomorrow night.
Yeah. And Kanab well on their way to playing a familiar foe in Region 18 opponent South Sevier in the semifinal tomorrow night. Grand will get to go up against another Region 18 team in Beaver at 9:30 tomorrow morning. And we say this with 12 minutes left, but, well, that's where we're at.
Yeah, well, and that's what we talked. You can see Grand doesn't score real easily. Well, when you got all these trees and this great defense, I love watching them communicate and the help on it. It's really good.
Trinity Bryant for 3, no good. Another deep 3 for Bryant. Castano the rebound. Bird just hounding her in the backcourt. Castano able to get it across the timeline. Bird still on her tight, poked it away, and now Castano stepped on the half-court line over and back.
That ball pressure of Bird's is just fun to watch. You got to love that she's competing like this. She is giving every possession, and if you can learn that skill, hey, that's why you're playing sports.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So the 3 girls that came into the game for Kanab were Castano, Glazier, and Dea. Gilberg and Janes remained. Right wing Bird. Up top to Phillips. Looking to drive right. Got cut off by Glazier. Shovels it back out to Bryant. Bryant driving right side. She gets cut off. Skips it left side for Kasprick. Got tipped by Gilberg, but Kasprick controls it. Hands out to Phillips. Steps into a deep 3. Out the back of the rim, no good. Janes the rebound for Kanab. She'll push the pace down the left side of the floor. Up top to Glazier. Right wing Gilberg. They swing it around now to Castano. Short corner Janes. 15-footer on the baseline. In and out. Janes got her own rebound. Dribbles underneath and she double dribbled. I think she wanted to go up for the reverse layup. And
decided that, well, maybe I'll kick it out. This decisiveness wasn't quite there. And that's one of the hard parts when you start getting a lead like this. If you don't just play possession by possession, those type of errors can sneak up on you.
3 minutes to go in the quarter. 47-13 your score. Up top with it is Bryant. Off the screen, picks it up. Now comes to Phillips. Phillips tries to curl, not there. She'll go left corner to Kasprick. Kasprick going to dribble left to right. 15-footer from the junction. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound bouncing around, and Janes has it.
They rebound well. They're all around. They tip it up over the top.
Backdoor cut from Dea to Janes. The reverse layup is good for Taylor Janes. She has 6.
You watch these Cowgirls. When they catch on that nail, generally speaking, they're always looking for the cutter from the baseline, and that's lifting that zone out of position, and then that cutter's just coming wide open. And then the bounce pass was pretty.
3 for Bryant off the screen. Air ball. Rebound knocked it out of bounds. Last touch by Chloe Bird. Well, she knows it, but they're going to keep it with Graham.
Well called. A lot of times you can see what's going on by the players and where they're headed because they know what happened. And she came back. She's like, all right, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Taylon Kelly back into the game for Kanab. As Janes checks out. 2:14 to go in the third. Pass right wing to Kasprick. Steps to her left for three. Short off the rim. High rebound. Bouncing around. And it'll be a tie-up between Bryant and Glazier. And that will give it to the Lady Cowboys.
And that's Grand going hard off of that offensive glass. They got themselves in a position to get an offensive board. So they keep fighting. Fun to watch them battle like this.
2:05 to go in the third. 36-point lead right now for Kanab. Grand yet to score here in the third quarter. Castano with it on the volleyball line. Right side high to Gilbert. Back to Castano. Left side high Glazier. And comes back up top to Castano on the Snow College, yes. Looking high post. Now as they get it today on the right junction, you're going to drive right side against Packard. Got cut off. Tries to pass it out. Got tipped, but Gilbert grabs it. Skip it left wing to Glazier. Into the corner to Kelly. Back out to Glazier. Right wing Gilbert. Dribbles in the lane. Goes to Kelly. Short corner 15-footer with 2 seconds on the shot clock. No good off the glass. Kasprick the rebound for the Red Devils.
Good defense by the Red Devils.
Up ahead to Bryant. High off the glass. Got it to go. Trinity Bryant.
In lane. You watch how she stayed wide until right at the end, and that's when she cut in. So then the defense was lifted up out of the way. They ran the floor really well there.
First points of the quarter for Grand. Now Sydney Day on the other end. Fakes the pass and scoops and scores with the left hand.
They've been sitting on Kelly on that baseline a lot more, and Day has felt it, and she's driven. She drove last time to the right, this time to the left with that fake pass. It just opened things up like Day's game from the nail.
Right corner with it is Bird. Comes off the screen by Kasprick. 54 seconds to go. Deep NBA three from Bryant off the back of the rim. No good. Gilbert the rebound for Kanab. She'll push the pace the other way. Down the left side of the floor she comes. Skips it to the corner to Glazier. 15-footer on the baseline. Air ball hard. And Packard the rebound for Grand.
Kanab girls can throw the ball across the floor. Just sharp. It's fun to watch.
Bird looks to drive in. Got cut off by Castano. Comes up top now to Bryant. 4 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Kasprick picks up her dribble. Looks for some help. Able to hand it off to Bryant. Bryant dribbles into the corner. Skips it back up top to Kasprick. She'll drive right side and draws the foul on the drive.
Movement that time for Grand just a little stagnant and made the Cowboys man defense able to just stay matched up and just kind of move with them. And cause Grand a lot of problems. But now, no shot clock, so Grand can decide how they want to finish this last 14 seconds.
Carson Cutler into the game for Kanab as Gilbert checks out. Bailey Altoff into the game for Grand as Packard checks out. Pass in the lane to Bryant, and she'll draw the foul. Free throws coming for Trinity Bryant.
Against that 2-3 zone, they've got some down, but then they took Kasprick and sent her out to the ball side wing just a little low. When he did that, that actually opened the middle up to where she stepped right into that gap. So they shifted the zone, stepped into the hole, got a good catch, which got him the foul. I like the execution there by Grand against the zone.
First free throw from Bryant is good. First free throw of the game taken by Grand.
They have struggled so bad to get down inside, and the Kanab's defense, they wall up, they show their hands, they just aren't gambling anywhere. So it's hard to get to the line when that's the case.
8 seconds to go in the quarter. 51-17, Kanab leads. Glazier drives left, hands off to Cutler. Cutler off the screen, goes right wing to Dale. 1 second left, and they will not get the shot off. And at the end of three, it is number 2 Kanab, 51, number 10 Grand County, 17. We'll take the break and come back with the fourth quarter next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on Team Hive. That's teamhive.live, powered by Centricom.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
8 minutes to go with Kanab leading Grand 51-17 as we wrap up this 2A quarterfinal game. And your expectations here for the final 8 minutes, Dustin?
Well, get these both teams, get some subs in, run your stuff so you're ready for tomorrow, get a little bit better.
Backdoor cut, Kasprick able to find Phillips for the left side lay-in.
And that's a great way to start it off if you're Grand. You set something up, you get her diving down off.
Carson Cutler transition three off the glass, no good. The rebound to Bryant, lost her footing, able to pass it out to Phillips.
Get her diving down off the top of the key and then hit that back cut. That's a great action and good way to keep getting better at basketball.
Phillips tries to drive, got cut off as Daya got a hand on it. Now she comes out to Bryant on the left wing. Thought about the shot, now dribbles to the baseline. She'll kick it back out to Kasprick. Kasprick left to right across the key, puts up the runner off the rim, no good. Castino the rebound for Kanab.
Grand just getting a little stagnant on that offense.
Glazier up ahead to Cutler. Back out to Glazier. Swing it right wing to Daya. 7 minutes to go in the game, 51-19 Kanab. Daya right wing, comes out the screen by Kelly. Spins down the lane, lobs in for Kelly. Ball gets tipped out of bounds off of Grand. Kanab basketball.
Daya plays inside off of that high post really well. She can feel the pressure, so she can ball handle, drive, but she also looks for her teammates really well, cutting off that baseline. Does a nice job.
Alana Torres into the game now for Grand for the first time. Inbounding is Glazier. She'll lob out for Castino. To Daya, to the wing to Glazier, set for three, blocked on the shot by Bryant, and Bryant has it. She'll bring it the other way for the Lady Red Devils. Kasprick right side high. Guarded by Cutler. Off the screen, steps into a three, short off the rim, high rebound, and it'll be taken by Kelly.
Got a nice screen, and the roll really sealed her and gave her a lot of space for that three.
Glazier up top. Hands right wing to Daya. Into the corner, back to Glazier. Back out to Daya. Daya going to go right to left across the key. Got stripped on the way, able to get it back out to Cutler for three. Too hard off the back side of the glass, and the rebound goes to Bryant. Bryant going to push the pace, looking to go coast to coast. Pull up 6-footer, missed it short, and Castino the board.
Looks like Coach Birdwell is going to bring in three new ones.
Castino steps into a straightaway three, and air ball. It'll be Grand basketball. See who Coach Birdwell brings in. He'll bring in Danica Hirschfield, a sophomore. Also checking in will be Reagan Blackham. And let's see. And number 15, that's Alondra Morquecho.
And giving those girls, and this is a good time to give those starters a break. You can see they're starting to get a little stagnant, but they've worked hard. They've battled every possession. They've done a nice job.
Morquecho puts up the 17-footer on the baseline. Air ball, rebound taken underneath. And now backing out up top will be the Red Devils. Left wing it goes to Althoff. She's going to drive to the baseline, gets cut off on the drive at the low block, trying to find someone to pass it to. Able to get it out to the short corner to Torres. Now driving left to right into the lane. So skip it out back right side to Morquecho. And would have been a shot clock violation. In fact, Glazier might have got away with the double dribble right there when she heard the horn, but she'd already had the steal.
They were a little generous there.
Right wing with it, right side high with it. They go, now down the lane, they get it inside to Castino, off the glass and gets the finish, Casey Castino.
I like that, they bring a little bit of a ball side cutting away, and then Castino from the off ball around, so a little bit of a brush screen right there to get her open.
Kanab turnovers, the ball got tipped, taken away by Castino, down the floor to Daya. Scoop with the left hand and scores it, Sydney Daya with 7.
She's one of the two juniors on this team. She's come in and had a good second half.
Back to a 36-point lead now for Kanab, which puts us into that running clock situation the rest of the way. Ball tipped out of bounds, remains Grand basketball on the baseline.
So like you said, it's just running away, and they put that in, is that 2 years ago?
Yes, I believe so.
Feels like 2 years ago. That's been not a bad deal.
Morquecho for three from the left wing, off the glass, no good. Glazier the rebound for Kanab, off to the races. on the left side. She'll skip it right wing to Cutler. Short corner now to Castino. Up top, Kelly pumps. One dribble to her right, 15-footer from the junction, partially blocked. Dea with the rebound. She has it in the low block. Comes down left wing to Glazier for three. High arch, air ball hard. And the backside rebound taken by Hirschfeld.
It didn't materialize in, but you watch the bigs of Kanab, how they throw opposite. They'll catch high, and then they know the pressure that's around them, and they turn and throw opposite. And then earlier in the game, we got to see Bateman hit all those threes, a couple of them from those throw opposites. But it's a well-disciplined catch, keep high, and then throw opposite where the zone is shifted.
Up top with it is Castino. One dribble, gets it over to Kelly.
Grand is a man, though, right now.
Yes. Now Glazier bounces to Dea. Going to drive left side down the lane, kick to the wing to Cutler. She'll set for three, air ball hard, and backside rebound taken by Blackham.
Set up well, drove by Dea. She kicked out.
Pump on the shot now by Blackham as she tried to drive and ends up double dribbling.
Really opened up nice. There was a second opportunity that came to her. Not legal.
3 minutes to go, 55-19. Kanab with the lead on their way to tomorrow night's semifinal against South Sevier. And what should be a great rubber match between these two teams that tied for the Region 18 championship.
And they split. They had a heck of a battle on both of them, so it should be a really fun semifinal game.
Up top, Dea, fake right, looking to drive left, fakes the pass, scoop with the left hand, no good, but free throws coming for Sydney Dea.
You just want to close that off, get over and not let her split you right there if you're on defense, because if you get split like that, you're just out of position to where it's an easy call on you. But get over and get in front and cut that ball off.
And Kanab going to go deeper into their bench. They were already playing 10 deep. And now they bring into the game will be McKenna Bateman, a freshman, and Paige Brown, a sophomore. And I didn't catch the number of the next one. As Dea makes the free throw, into the game now will be another freshman, Tabby Johnson.
So they've got the two juniors. And then do they have any sophomores? Just one, I think. Yeah, no, two. There's a Glover down there.
Yeah, Melanie Glover. Pass down the lane to Torres. Now shot by Hirschfeld. No good on the baseline. Rebound will be taken by Kanab. Johnson.
Oops.
Two Grand girls hit the deck. Pass comes up ahead now for the Lady Cowboys to Brown. Up top, she gives it up to Johnson. Johnson holding. Goes left wing to Bateman. Picks up her dribble. 2:05 to go in the game. Gets it over to Cutler. Cutler going to drive down the lane. Scoop with the right hand. Off the glass and gets the finish.
Watch them. They keep moving. They move off the ball, and they keep cutting within rhythm so that could come open. Good job by the Cowgirls to move like that.
Now deep three for Hirschfeld on the way. It'll be an air ball. Rebound underneath by Brown. 39-point lead right now for Kanab. Cutler goes left side to Kelly for three and knocks it down. Taylon Kelly the triple.
Working in that 5 out. They were able to just keep moving, and Kelly got enough space.
42-point Cowboy lead with 1:27 to go. 61-19. Holding up top is Hirschfeld. She'll go right side high to Althoff. Back to Hirschfeld on the give and go and gets the right side lay-in.
You called it. That was a pretty give and go. They had cleared out the whole right side, setting up that give and go, hit the wing, and got it back.
Cutler brings it up now for Kanab. She'll go left wing. Bateman sets for three. Off the backside of the rim, no good. Rebound, though, by Kanab. Shot up, going to be blocked on the attempt by Johnson. Now Grand the other way, stolen by Cutler. Back up ahead they go. Brown with it. Hands off to Cutler. She'll set for three from the wing. Off the back of the rim, no good. And the backside rebound by Hirschfeld for Grand.
Coach Birdwell's got another sub to come in. He says, stay there. We might get you in.
Shot by Torres, no good. Rebound by Kanab. Pass down the floor for Bateman. She'll run it down in the corner. Sets for the transition three. No good off the rim. Gets her own rebound on the baseline. Drives baseline. Tries to pass it out. Ball gets knocked away. She gets it back in the corner. Shot clock turned off for Kanab.
Hit the run and gun phase. They've been letting it fly.
Up top, Cutler. She'll drive right side down the lane. Runs into the double team. High off the glass. No good. And the rebound to Hirschfeld.
That was Fisher that was going to come in for Grand. They bring her back because they could see the clock was going to run out. She gives her coaches 5.
Left side they go. Maquacho, the 15-footer at the horn. No good. And this your final The second-seeded Kanab Cowboys with the 61-21 win over number 10 Grand County. We've got your Sunrise Engineering postgame show coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the stage-stop convenience store, but dine at Blue Taco with BOGO Tuesday. Buy any one Blue Taco item, get one free. Check out these specials. Super sweet Cara oranges, 99 cents per pound. Boneless pork tenderloins, $2.49 a pound. Cash Valley Select cheese, 2 for $4. Glazier's 2-count soup bowls, $1.49 each. And Food Club Select garlic bread for $2.99. For more savings, visit glaziersmarket.com.
You won't believe what the soda fountain serves at Kanab Drug. Groves of people are touting their new delicious hot paninis, deli sandwiches, wraps, and of course soothing smoothies, shakes, malts, cones, sundaes, and sodas. Kanab Drug Soda Fountain is open until 10 p.m. featuring a fabulous outdoor patio with games. Browse Kanab Drug's unique toys, games, and gifts, or take advantage of their full-service pharmacy that offers drive-through service with a friendly, helpful staff. Since 1916, Kanab Drug in Kanab. Visit them on Facebook or go to KanabUnitedDrug.com.
State Bank of Southern Utah is not just another bank. We are your neighbors, your friends, and your local financial partners, interested in building long-term relationships.
When you choose State Bank, you invest in our community. Your money stays here and is reinvested in friends and family, building Southern Utah.
Each one of our 17 branches is staffed and ready to serve you.
Come and experience the difference of true community banking at State Bank of Southern Utah.
For enjoyable Western dining, there's only one stop in Southern Utah, Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant in Kanab. Stop in for their special chicken fried steak with Bob's homemade country gravy and delicious Western entrees. They also offer takeout. Just call 644-2488. That's 644-2488. Houston's Trails Inn features remote site catering. Anywhere, anytime, anyplace. Just phone 435-899-2140. So make plans to stop by Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant and mobile catering in Kanab, where the waitresses wear guns on their hips and a smile on their lips.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Sevier Valley Center. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dustin Shakespeare on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centracom, as the Kanab Lady Cowboys with a dominant win over Grand County. 61-21 is your final in this one. This is the Sunrise Engineering postgame show, creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Learn more at sunrise-eng.com. And Dustin, your takeaway from this one?
Kanab looked sharp. They're well polished. They got in and out of a couple defenses, and they just were able to use their strength and their basketball ability to really take control of this one and get her done.
Before we look ahead to tomorrow, let's look at our final stats, again provided by Brad James here this weekend. He had his work cut out for him as these two teams went deep into the bench.
That's right. He had to put those names on and get them going.
For Kanab, Savannah Bateman finishes with a game-high 17 points, all of those in the first half. She didn't take a shot in the second half. I think she had 10 rebounds, but he only has her as 9. I'm going to say she got a double-double.
She earned it. She did. It was fun to watch her. She had a great ball game.
14 points for Riley Little today with 6 rebounds. Taylor Janes finishes with 6 points, 5 assists, and 11 rebounds for Janes.
Man, that's a great ball game.
Yes, it is. Sydney Dea goes 8 points with 3 assists, 7 points for Casey Castino off the bench with 4 rebounds in the game as well. And then 4 points for Haven Syrat for the Lady Cowboys, and 3 points off the bench for Taylon Kelly, and 2 for Carson Cutler as well for Kanab in this one. And they end up shooting 41% from the floor, 38% from 3, and 88% from the free throw line.
Good stuff. Good way to be ready to play tomorrow.
And taking a look at the stats for the Grand County Red Devils in this one, they're led by Ainsley Kasprick with 7 points. She also had 2 assists and 2 rebounds. 4 points apiece for Gemma Phillips, Chloe Bird, and Trinity Bryant. Bryant also had 5 rebounds. Bird had 3 to go along with her 4 points. And then 2 points for Danica Hirschfield for the Red Devils. No points for Tatum Packard, but she did have 4 rebounds in the game. They shoot 19% from the floor, 4% from 3, and they were a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
And I really liked how they really competed most all the possessions of the game, and they fought to get better, and they stayed focused. They didn't lose focus, and I thought that spoke well to the girls and the coaching. You're outmatched.
Yeah.
But they competed the best they could compete for almost every possession they could do, and that speaks a lot to their character.
Rebound battle won by Kanab 42-22.
That's rough. It's a lot of rebounding by Kanab, and I mean, they were taller, a lot taller everywhere.
Yeah. And as you said, they're so good at going and getting the rebounds too.
Yeah, they chase the balls down well. They don't just use their height and stand flat-footed. Like they work together. They know their drill. They box out well. They help each other. They assist on rebounds. Yeah, they're tough, and that shows when you do it that way. Because a lot of those other teams, when you bring that up, a lot of other teams would probably get 10, 12 above them, but not just cleanly dominate like that.
17-7 on the offensive glass as well. And then turnovers in this game, Grand finishes with 20, while Kanab finishes with 12.
And that's to be expected the way it moved down the floor. And Kanab's going to need to take care of the ball tomorrow. That's going to be a key for them.
So let's look at tomorrow. First off, for Grand, they go up against Beaver. So maybe it gets a little easier, but not much easier, right? Beaver's another really good Region 18 team. And they finished 3rd in Region 18. Their only losses coming to Kanab and South Sevier, but that's a very good team that's used to being here. The question for Beaver, of course, is how do they bounce back after, of course, losing a disappointing loss in the quarterfinals?
Sure, yeah, you got to have that identity piece, and I'd imagine for the Beavers that's something that they do have, and they'll be ready to compete and fight. But they're a sharp team. They're obviously very well coached, well disciplined, and they can score. Yeah. And that's the hard part for Grand is points. They can move all the action right, and they can get all those things, but just getting it through the hoop is a challenge.
Yeah, and especially against the defense. You look at those top 3 teams in Region 18, Kanab, South Sevier, Beaver, they all play really good defense.
They play, and Beaver, I love what they do inside. Tomorrow, if you have an opportunity, watch what they do inside. It is as good a defense as you find.
Yeah, that's for sure. So there's a look for what Grand has. 9:30 tomorrow morning. We'll have that for you here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports. On the other side of things for the Kanab Lady Cowboys, they move on and play South Sevier. And it'll be the rubber match as they each won one game in the series this season, both on each other's courts.
That's what I remember it was the flip-flop. They didn't get the home court advantage, so you get on a neutral floor, and both of those floors are short floors, so now we're on a long floor, so that'll change things. The way both teams operate, and so how the coaches adjust there. And South Sevier had to play their girls all the way through a physical brawl with Beaver, even though they handled and won pretty handled.
Yeah, never trailed.
But it was so physical. Kanab, on the other hand, got a lot of rest. They were able to get some nice momentum, rotate through. There will be some factors there that'll come to play, but ultimately they're great competitive teams, and it's going to be a fun ball game.
Now, the other side of that, as you point out, the advantage that is after today for South Sevier, you hear coaches all the time say it's good to get tested going into that next game and not just run through with a 40-point win.
Well, and I like you bring that up because the momentum you can get a good tough test, you don't rest back, because you got to have that ability from the ball goes up, you've got to have the go, and South Sevier just had that. And that's they're on a good momentum. Their girls just competed the heck out of it, and so they're ready. They've been playing enough. It's been a good long season. They're in shape, so they'll be ready to go. And there is some really good, strong momentum that can help you gel and move forward on that.
Yeah. So once again, your final in this one, 61-21. And Dustin, any final thoughts before we wrap up our Sunrise Engineering postgame show?
Just fun to do a ball game with you. And another shout out to Grand. I love seeing a team that's undermatched that will battle every possession like that.
Yep, and Coach Birdwell, like you said, he had his team battling. That's for sure.
And and that shows they love him and they love the game as best they know how to play it. So that's fun.
So that's going to do it for our Sunrise Engineering postgame show, serving communities like yours all over the western United States. That's Sunrise Engineering. As we wrap up our coverage of this game, that'll do it for our radio games here on day one of the 2A state tournament. And so we'll turn it back over to regular programming on the radio side, but we'll continue it here with TeamHive.live and KSL Sports. It'll be Tanner Wilkinson and Ryan Higgs taking the reins next here from the Sevier Valley Center. And always just a phenomenal crew that Barrett Hilton has put together here as well. We've had Barrett Hilton, Adam Coombs, Joe Williams, all are able to run controls, Alex Doss, Kyler Jensen, Tyler Moss, all here on camera, Colton Lovell on camera as well. And so just a great crew that they've got, and appreciate, I'm not going to get to say it later tonight, so appreciate all the broadcasters that we've had. Started with Nolan Anderson this morning. He'll get the nightcap with you as well at 9:10. And then we went to Curtis Marsh, Scott Langford, Tanner Wilkinson, as I mentioned. And he's Dustin Shakespeare. We've got Ryan Hicks coming on as well. And, of course, I'm Robert Lovell. So thank you for listening and watching. We'll step away from the mics for a little bit. Then Tanner Wilkinson and Ryan Higgs will take it away for the next game with North Summit and St. Joseph here at the 2A Boys and Girls State Tournament on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
You've been listening to exciting high school basketball action on South Central Utah sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school basketball action on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.